Where are we? Alrighty. Hey guys, welcome back to lesson 3. We're actually kind of jumping in halfway through this next lesson as we dive into how to transition from personal training or bootcamp to your own highly profitable studio with yours truly. So just quickly recapping for those who are joining live, we did a lot last time, talked about the 80-20 principle. We talked about our first offers. We talked about how important it is to tell the story, build a list, get a CRM, how to get people in. We're going to do some early bird challenges. If you watched last week, you already know what all this is, so that's why I'm not going to go into it. We had some emails. We started selling, worked out some pricing. Pretty exciting. Geez, I went through a lot of good stuff here. Talk about some funny videos of me. We're not going to go through those right now. Talked about running some ads. Actually, went and set up an ad last time. That was cool. Make sure you watch that. Once you have leads, get on the phone, you're selling. How exciting. 1 to 2 weeks out. We got to around about here on the last one. So I'm going to pick up from here, and I might edit this in later for the actual course and things. But we've been running some ads. We've been getting some clients and some sales, which is exciting. There's one more ad you want to run, which is more of a foundation membership type ad, just to get people who are also interested in that as opposed to a challenge, okay? So I went through last week and I finished off building that ad, okay, which is pretty similar to the other one you built. It's just going to be a bit of a different wording and a little bit of a different kind of offer, okay? But the good thing about learning the mechanics and stuff and the actual technology side of running ads is it's very quick then to adjust your offer. It's very quick to adjust the wording, videos, because you already have it all set up. So we went through last week how to build that second ad for a foundation membership. So again, if you want to go over that, look into that. And I think we picked up about here. I just want to touch on the process one more time. If you're running an ad that's like, hey, new studio's coming, it's really cool, guys, you've got to get down here. The process for this is invite them into a trial. Still on the phone, you're going to get to know their goals, get to know why they want to do it, and make sure you go, hey, look, we're actually just doing 15 trial spots because we've only, we can't take on 150 people tomorrow. So we've got 15 trial spots. So if you really want to do it, let me know now. We lock in that spot and no one else can take it. Cool. The reason we do that is just so people don't just be like, oh, trial, then they don't show up. We want them to value it. Could you make them put some money down for it? Absolutely. If you really wanted to, you go, hey, look, the trial, it's free. But we just do $50 down now. We just give that back to you when you come in for your first session. It's just so we know who's actually going to do the trial. I would imagine no one would get upset about that. So if you want to do that, you could. That would just guarantee people turn up. Important thing though, send some reminders, okay, for the first day so that people know when they're coming in. Like you may be like, I know exactly when my studio is opening. How could anyone forget? But you got to remember people have busy lives. So they may jump on the phone to you 2 weeks out. And you go, yeah, we open on November 25th. Okay, see you then. Put up the phone. People are going to forget. So keep a little spreadsheet going or a list of the people who have said they're coming in. And like a week out, be like, Susie, just a quick touch base. Don't forget, in a week and a half time, doors are opening. Hope you're excited. How's your week been going, right? And just have a quick chat. And like, yeah, I'm excited. Looking forward to it, blah, blah, blah. Oh, cool, we can't wait. Maybe, you know what? If I was doing this again, I would send anyone interested little photos of how the setup was going. And be like, check out our new squat racks. You're going to love them. That may sound like super cheesy, but think about how human you are when you do that. And if you start communicating to people like you're almost their friend, they're going to the relationship becomes friends. Like it either ends or they accept your frame that you guys are friends. So random Susie has put her phone number in off your ad. You've called her up, come in for the trial. Excellent. Send her a message. Be like, check this out. We're just painting the walls. What do you think of the color? Like, it may sound stupid, but she will feel like you're a buddy. And when she walks in the door day one, she'll be like, wow, oh yeah, this does look cool. Thanks for sharing, Dave. How's all the setup been going? All of a sudden, you are best friends. And it's little things like that. It takes 1 minute, 2 minutes to send that message to 10 people. But I guarantee you, people will feel like they know you and they'll feel like a part of your build. And I'm only realizing this in hindsight. I didn't do any of this because I didn't have the knowledge I have now. So please do that. And once you do open, they do their first workout, and then I would meet with them straight after that first workout and sit down with them. How'd you find it? What's your goals again? Excellent. This is obviously a 1 week trial. Let's talk about your long-term goals. And you could either sell them on the challenge that you're going to start in week 2, or you could just go, awesome, we have a regular membership. It's blah, 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 this much per week, this many sessions, whatever it is you're selling. Cool. Excellent. So I would still be taking advantage of any other organic approach, which is just free marketing that you can use as like a last chance now because you're getting closer to launch. So social media, your email list, hit them again about, hey, it's your last chance to get one of the early bird spots for the challenge. People don't like missing out, okay? A disproportionate number of your sales will always come right before something starts because people just love leaving last minute. Remember your assignments at university, if you went, or your school assignments, right? Do nothing, it's due the next day. Holy shit, I get it all done. We wait till the last minute, okay? So even if you haven't made that many signups straight away, just trust that the day or two before, if you hammer them, you'll get a few people that are like, oh, I don't want to miss out, okay? What I would be doing if you're going to email a list or you've got that pre-sale list going, make a headline something like, we're closing or it's gone. Kind of vague, gets them curious, but it's also accurate on what you're talking about. Hey, we're actually closing the challenge spots because guess what? We're about to start. Okay, body of the email doesn't have to be too crazy different. And this goes for social media posts too, by the way. Just tell them about the offer. It's ending, so it's now or never. All right, like that's what's called a false dichotomy in life, now or never. It's not now or never. It could be now, it could be next week, it could be in a month, it could be 3 months. It could be any time in the eternity of the universe. But if you say now or never, people are stupid enough to be like, oh my God, I don't want it to be never, it better be now. So that's called messing with people's very naive brains, now or never. And then just remind them of who it's for, the benefits, the inclusions, how to get in touch. Very similar to the email you written before. The main difference is the hook at the start is spots are going, get your backside in. You don't want to miss out. Okay, excellent, good times. Between your two ads, between extra organic stuff, you should be pretty busy with leads and sales. Okay, it's normal, it's necessary. This is just what it's like trying to open with a bang. Okay, you can either be overwhelmed by too many people or you can be under the amount of money you want to be making. Take your pick. All right, just embrace you're going to be working your butt off. You're going to be doing it all. Unless you've got staff already, which if you do, good for you. I did everything on my own when I started and it was crazy. If you've got someone to help you with sales or setting up your facility, go for it. It'll be a little bit more spread out. I did not have that luxury and a lot of people will not. Let's talk 1 week out. Okay, we've been running a fair bit of marketing stuff. If you've been running the ads for about a week and a half, 2 weeks, it might be worthwhile quickly updating your ads. And I want to share just the thought process behind it because this could just get you those extra sales, save you a fair bit on your marketing, and really even help with that opening with a bang. So it's going to really depend on your lead flow, your cost per lead from your ads, whether you should do this. I'm going to break this down for you. I'm going to give you some, oh my God, what I'm going to give you is, I wish I got this day one. Typically, most local ads will start strong. They'll get cheap leads and gradually get more expensive as you exhaust the area. So generally an audience for your local area is going to be anywhere from 50 to 150,000 people on something like Facebook or Instagram ads. If you were just to give you perspective, if I'm running ads for like my coaching business online internationally, I might have audiences of like 1 million people. So straight away, I've got tenfold the lifetime generally of the ad because there's tenfold the amount of people who can see it, if that makes sense. So local ads, they generally hit really hard well because local things people trust a lot more than not local. It's like, oh, you're near me. You must not be a scam artist versus online Tai Lopez with his Lamborghini. Like, what are you doing? So local ads, they go strong, but they have a very sharp kind of increase in lead cost typically. So I'll dive into the ads manager and show you how to look at the stats and actually look at these decisions in just a second. I'm going to show you how to actually tell all this stuff. You're like, all right, cool, Facebook ads, but how do I do that? I'll show you. Let me just break down some principles that are extremely valuable, not just for this launch, extremely valuable principles as you go in business. If you can understand this, you will be so far ahead of most people. So paid advertising, okay? And generally most advertising is paid, but specifically like social media paid advertising. You might be like, all right, what is a cheap cost per lead? I kind of mentioned that before. What if my lead cost is increasing? Well, what's cheap? What's expensive? Great question. Here's what I just want to back up for a second. Paid advertising is only about one thing. Return on your ad spend. That's all that matters. All that matters. Big picture. Meaning, how much are we putting in for what are we getting out? That is really all anyone should care about, really. And I mean, look, how much time it spends to deliver to the client, different factors do matter, but you could just think about how much do I pay someone to deliver it. Generally, it's return on ad spend almost all the time. To figure this out, it is a function of how much we spend to how many sign up and how much they are paying. All right, how much we spend, how many sign up, and how much each of the signups is paying. Cool. Hey, Dave duplicated the slide. Go, Dave. So if you can study and learn these principles, you'll never have a problem getting new clients. I think I've duplicated like 8 slides here. Wow, smashed it. Okay, hypothetical numbers. Spend $200 on ads. Let's play with what I just talked about. You spend $200 on ads, you get 10 leads, so $20 a lead. Very cool. Let's say 3 out of 10 sign up into a $400 program, which is a good price point I would recommend to start with. Our cost per acquisition, our CPA, look at you go learning some cool marketing lingo. CPA, $200 we spend on ads and we sign 3 people up. So $67 to acquire a new client. Pretty cool. Put $67 in, new client pops out. Nice little machine. Each of them pay $400, so we made $1,200. Pretty cool. Return on ad spend is about 6 times. We made 6 times the dollars. $200 became $1,200. It's following so far. Beautiful. In that example, $20 leads is pretty damn awesome. 6 times return on ad spend. I'd be taking that to the bank. I would be selling my car and house and sticking it on Facebook ads if that was what was happening. Now, by adjusting these numbers, you can actually see how it would change the return on the ad spend very quickly. So let's just say you spent $400 on ads, not $200, and you still got 10 leads. So now it's $40 per lead. So far, so good. You still sign 3 to 10 up into a $400 program. Your CPA, your cost per acquisition, $400 divided by 3 is now $134. So that's doubled because we doubled the cost per lead or the spend. Cool. Still $1,200 we made. Your return on ad spend is now 3 times. So $400 became $1,200. So far, so good. $40 there is $40 a lead is still profitable when you sign up 3 out of 10, 30% into a $400 package. Pretty cool. But what if your closing rate went down? Let's have a look at that. $400 on ads, 10 leads, $40 per lead. Now only 2 out of 10 sign up instead of the 3 out of 10 because, you know, Sally, the salesperson, had a bad week. CPA is now 400 divided by 2, so now it's $200 to sign up a new client. 2 times 400, 800. So now our return on ad spend has dropped to 2 times. $400 has become $800. I'm taking a quick drink. Quickly get those numbers. Make sure you're keeping up. And I'm going to go into detail here, but trust me, this is just, God damn it, so important. Now, is 2 times still good? There is no good. I mean, look, if you wanted to go across an industry, perhaps there's good, but even still, it's so varied in different people marketing. And if every small gym like in the world was able to do a census and tell you what they spend on ads to what they sign up, I mean, then we could maybe work out an average, but you're probably not going to get them all doing that anytime soon, unless you want to be, anyway, there for a while. 2 times still makes money by definition. It's 2 times your money, so it's profitable. But often, especially in the gym world, we sign people up into weekly payments. So we don't actually make the money straight away until a few weeks in. So these are just all important to consider, especially cash flow when starting, because that's pretty important when you're starting out. Cash flow is your oxygen. We don't want to suffocate. So when it comes to making decisions on your ad changes, these are the numbers that you need to be looking at and healthily, as I put in brackets, actually obsessing over to a certain extent. Like if you don't know these numbers, you need to set aside time in your calendar to just look at the numbers and always know where they're at. Really important. It's like vital signs, right? Let me give you a quick rough long-term guide. If you're making your money back in 4 weeks or less, I would normally say from my experience, running my ads, coaching guys around the world, that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. A lot of marketing guys are happy to go 60 to 90 days until they make money. So we're talking 28 days or less. So for example, you sell a $50 per week membership package, whatever you want to call it. You could, in my rulebook, afford to acquire a new client for $200 because in 4 weeks, you've made your money back. And if they stay for 4 years, you've made a lot of money. Even 4 months, you've made money. That's my thing. So did I just duplicate that again? Yeah, nice, Dave. On a roll. While you're launching, though, I would say you probably should be trying to go a little bit better because you've got this buzz of a new facility. This should probably be the cheapest leads and cost per sign-ups you'll ever get because of the buzz of the new location, all right? So I would just halve that goal when we're talking specifically about launching and what you should be aiming for, meaning you should be aiming for return from your ads in 2 weeks, assuming weekly payments. So $50 a week, it means $100 cost per acquisition is a fair goal because in 2 weeks, you make $100 back, everything else is profit. So far, so good. So now we want to troubleshoot. If that's our target, we want our money back in 2 weeks, we can actually look at all these numbers. This is how we do it. Number one, we look at what our cost per lead is, which is a function of how much you spent and how many leads you got. Again, $200 spend, 10 leads, $20 cost per lead. Sign up percentage. I got 10 leads. How many became clients? Did 1 in 10, 2 in 10, 3 in 10, 4 in 10, etc. And then from that, we can look at our return on ad spend, which is the dollars from sales. So again, I made 3 sales, $400 a pop. I made $1,200. And how much did I spend on ads? I spent 300, so I have 4 times my money. Excellent. Cool. We can figure that out. And again, if they're paying weekly, just think about the weekly amount of that. So if you signed up 3 clients at $50 a week, you made $150 per week extra. So you make $300 from your ad spend back in 2 weeks. It's all the same thing. I'm just talking about how we look at those numbers. So this would be my criteria, okay, to simplify. I had to show the principles so you know where I'm coming from. This is the summarized if this, then that, okay, slide. If your sign-up percentage, your number of leads by the number of sign-ups is less than 20%, that is your low-hanging fruit, if you're familiar with that expression. That is the thing that you could quickly fix to have the biggest impact, okay? Going from like 10 to 15% sign-ups to 30% is huge, very huge. The way you do that, I would be improving your speed of contacting leads. So call them literally as soon as possible. If they apply at 11:05, you should be trying to call them at 11:06, because then they're like, holy cow, that guy really cares about his clients. You could analyze your sales script. Like if you're getting on the phone to people and getting a lot of no's, a lot of maybes, and people falling out, I would look at what you're actually saying. Okay, what questions are we asking? How are we getting them committed? How are we overcoming their objections? And then more small follow-ups. Are you sending texts out for at least 3 to 5 days? Are you sending emails? Maybe the texts you send suck. Could you improve the text you send? Be more personal, get their attention better, okay? As I said before, if you're like 15% signups, like if you're getting between 1 and 2 out of 10, and we take that to 3 consistently, that straight away doubles it, and you don't need to change your ads. You don't need to test anything. You don't need to think of new ads. You just need to improve your sales percentages. And that's very realistic. 20 to 30%. No matter where you're at with sales, no matter how good you are with this stuff, is pretty realistic, okay, from my experience. Cool. If sign-up percentage is above 20%, if your sign-up percentage then is above 20%, I would look at decreasing lead costs. So let's say you're signing up, 25%, 30%, excellent. Let's look at decreasing lead costs because that'll have a bigger impact. Or if your lead cost is over about $50 per lead, I'd probably pretty much be fixing that, because even at 33% conversion rate, $50 a lead is $150 in acquisition. You're probably not making your money back for 3 weeks, right? So maybe you're making it work, but generally over $50 a lead, I would be looking at it to bring it down. So this is now where we make adjustments to our ads, okay? We look at that, we go, I'm signing up pretty well, my sales is good, I just am paying a lot of money for leads, which means I'm not getting many leads unless you're spending like crazy. So I'll show you how to quickly check ad stats. Ooh, where are we gone? Let's quickly look at ads and how to actually check ad stats, because I think that's pretty important. Good afternoon, handsome. Yes, I am indeed handsome. So I'm in my ads. Let me really quickly show you an example of checking some ads. If you're running, I'll show you 2 ways really quickly. If you're running a lead ads are pretty cool. Okay, I'm just going to isolate this campaign. This is a lead ad I was running. When you're running a lead ad, just look here for me. 2018. Whoa, takes me back. Yeah, that's my lifetime spend on ads, by the way. So when I give you advice, it's because I've spent a lot of money on it. In this case, lead ads are pretty sweet. Facebook's telling me 19 leads, okay, $25 a lead. Pretty easy. If I click on the campaign, this is the ad set. It'll tell me the same thing unless you've got multiple ad sets. This was the campaign. Again, 19 leads, $25 per lead. Pretty straightforward. When you're doing lead ads, that is how you check it. So all you're going to do is come across. If it's not showing you the right things, you can come to columns up here. You might need to change that, but it should work on almost any of the columns. You should be able to see that. Okay, so the rest of the numbers are honestly cost per lead is the most important one from what we're looking at here. Again, return on ad spend is the most important long term, but that's how you check it. Okay, so again, when I'm saying what's our lead cost, I'm saying how much have you spent. Come here, it'll tell you how much you spent, tell you how many leads you got, Just for your own reference, you may not have done this for a long time, or you may have. If you're running an ad that's not a lead ad, let's say I'm running this ad. This one was not a lead ad. 28-day metabolism reset. There's a beautiful headline for the same one. This was not a lead ad. So in this case of an ad, this is just, I don't know, you might find this interesting, you might not. In this ad, they clicked to a website. So I was sending them to, send to this website here, okay? This is called this was a ClickFunnels page. If you're familiar with that, it's just a website you can build that can make little landing pages and collect information. So I would then do this. I would go, all right, on this ad, let's just look at the ad set. I've spent $9.79. I would open up my ClickFunnels and I would look at how many leads I've gotten in ClickFunnels. And let's say I've gotten 40 leads, then I know it's about a $25 cost per lead. You may not set that up, but if you have, then you need to do that. What the hell was that? You may need to look at it like that. If you've just done lead ads, it's very easy to, again, find the lead ad. It'll tell you straight away your cost per lead. Cool. So that's how we check. Happy days. Now, that's how we check the ad stats. How do we change our ads if it's now, if the lead cost isn't good, like I've talked about? What would you do? Because you're not far from launch at this stage, I would set up a new ad that says like last chance. Again, just we may as well use our very legitimate urgency here, similar to our organic approach. This is a really quick change. It's just changing wording. You don't need to film anything or find any new images or videos. So they're doing the old duplicating trick again. What I'll do, I'll quickly show you that. Okay, so again, what we're going to do, we're going to go, all right, let's set up a new ad, last chance. So I come to my ad account, happy days. This was actually what I made last time we were doing this. It was just a test ad, okay? So let's say I come in here, and I'm like, yeah, these are my ads, they're going all right. This is what you do when you want to test something new. You duplicate the actual ad set. Here, so I'd go duplicate. And I'm going to call this live test ad set 2. I'm going to call it last chance. I'm not going to change anything in the ad set. My targeting is good. With the budget, because we're duplicating it, you're essentially spending twice as much money, but that's fine. We're just testing. If this one outperforms the other one, you turn it off. So all I did was duplicate it. Now I click into the challenge ad here. So again, this is the one we're running before. You've got your video, you've got your challenge. All I would recommend, again, is let's use this last chance type of angle. And lucky for you, I'm going to give you some copy that you can use straight away to do that because I'm so awesome. So, last chance ad. This is a quick example of how you change that. This could be your new headline. Big X. We don't want people to miss out. Last chance for a free 6-week transformation. Boom. Goes in my headline. Now we've gone from a very positive, benefit-driven headline to like, hey guys, if you scroll past this video, you're going to miss out. I'm going to get rid of the text, and I've written some new text you could use. Again, you can model this to your own stuff if you want to. Just a sample, and this is what I would probably be doing. Okay, primary text, I'm going to paste that in. And you can see now the headline is like, nobody likes missing out, but if you don't act now, you'll miss out on a once-off opportunity to get back into shape and loving fitness. 1, 2, 3 Fitness, right? Like your business there, whatever you want to call yourself. We're a week away from opening our brand new studio. We're celebrating with a bang. 20 ladies, 10 for free, same offer. And this is good. You know, we know to become the best student in the area, we need to showcase results, which is why if you're needing a boost in motivation and see some fast results, we want you to be our walking transformation billboards. Pretty cool. I just kept this the same because it's more about changing this initial kind of hook to get people to actually read all this stuff. And then I just changed this last line a little bit here. Opportunity ends in 2 days. So if you want to click learn more now, we're going to quick chat about your goals. Very cool. Everything else very similar because it just doesn't need to be that different. So whatever you did before, do that. So literally you would just do that and then you'd send live, you go publish, rocking and rolling. Okay. So that would be a quick switch. Again, if your lead cost has crept up, I'd quickly switch that and I'd start testing that. See if you can bring your lead cost down again. Cool beans. Let's say you want to do some other tests just because your lead cost is a bit high or you just want to learn a little bit about changing it. Change the video. So things like how you grab attention, change that. Maybe change the setting. Maybe you're inside the gym, maybe be out the front, maybe out at a park, maybe down by the beach. Those 2 things will get more people to engage in the video. End of the day, you still got to say the same things to a certain extent on the video. Like it's the same offer. So there's only so much difference you can actually verbalize in that video. So change the setting, change the opening. That's just some super quick ones. Image. There's lots of different images that I've found work really well. So it could be a group image of you and your clients, individual image. That could be of your clients, could be black and white. You could do an overlay on the photo if you're familiar with that, where picture an image and then down the bottom over the top of the image, it's like 6-week transformation. Again, just for variety more than anything here is where I'm coming from. And finally, you could change the wording on the actual ad. So that's a relatively long kind of copy I've given you. Excuse me, you could make it a little bit shorter. Okay, just kind of like, hey, we're doing a challenge. You're going to get these results. If you're interested, click here because we're about to start. Cool. You could tell your story. That would definitely be a good angle. It would be like, hey, do you want a 6-week transformation? Why are we doing this? Well, just 3 years ago, I decided to quit my job and start a boot camp outdoors. I was so passionate about fitness. And since then, we've grown to 75 happy boot camp members, and they love training here with us and seeing the results. And now we've opened our own studio, and I'm excited to offer 20 spots, right? So now it's the same offer, but just tell the story to start with so people know more about you. Cool. And focus more on, that is meant to say, focus more on benefits. Cool. So focus a bit more on how they're going to feel, like what is their life going to look like after the challenge as your copy. Finally, you got your headline as well. So your headline can be more benefits focused, right? 6 weeks to fit, firm, and happy. That would be a benefits focused headline. And away from fear focused headline, we're trying to get them away from that fear, right? Stop, never lose fitness motivation. Don't rebound. Get the clothes fitting better. That's talking about that. That's making them, by reading it, focus on a fear or something they want to get away from. Sometimes Facebook doesn't allow that, but you can get away with a fair bit of it. Curiosity focused, right? Could this be the best workout in area? Like, could this be the best workout in Perth? ? That headline makes people go, I want to learn what the best workout is. You could call out the demographic. Ladies, this is for you. That could be a headline. What's a lady going to do scrolling through Facebook? Oh my God, it's for me. Even though you've targeted ladies. So not just a pretty face, quite smart. Most of you, the quickest one would be like an image to change, because you don't have to refilm a video or even think about the wording I just gave you. So again, if you want to just change your image, it's pretty quick. Let me quickly show you. Like, let's just hypothetically say I'm here and I want to change my image up. I'll be like, all right, what are my options? Well, let me quickly just clear the videos. Okay. As I've said on the last video, Facebook actually partners with like Shutterstock, right? So you could just play around here and be like, cool, group fitness. And you'll find multiple different, right? And you could pick 1 or 2 of these and you go, hey, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to do this one. Let's rock and roll. Maybe you're do some CrossFit action. So you're like, this looks kind of CrossFitty. I got some chicks front squatting. They're not injured yet, so it's a little bit inaccurate for CrossFit, but I'm just stirring. Don't hate me, CrossFitters, please. Cool. You might go with that. Like, that's super quick, and this is the mechanics, right? This is how it works. People are scrolling through Facebook. They see the same ad so many times, they just ignore it. Okay. If you just change even the image, then that's enough to get their attention again. Cool. So it's just about having something new, and that's a pretty cool image. Let's say you want to go super baller mode. What you can do is actually go to Adobe. You can make an account with Adobe. Pretty sure this doesn't show my password. If it did, that'd be really awkward. What the hell? Normally this has me logged in. Hang on a minute. Please work. All right, life is good. I have an Adobe account. I pay like $40 a month, but I can get Adobe images. And Adobe images are generally like the Shutterstock, high quality. So I can steal any of these. And I could be like, damn, these people look like this is the greatest studio of all time. So I've actually already got this before, so it is a pretty good photo. So I could get off Adobe. You pay a bit of money to have access to this, but you get heaps of good images. Cool. Let's go above and beyond. You really want to learn how to overlay stuff in really quick time. There's this website called Canva. Canva is absolutely incredible. Canva, you can come and you can make ads extremely quickly and cool videos and images. So you go to Canva. Again, there's this amazing website called Google that will teach you all of this. But you can set up a photo that is the right dimensions for Facebook. You can then take photos and you can chuck them in and you can overlay really, really easy. So Canva's really awesome. And I could write whatever I want here. I can overlay whatever I want here, right? So let's say I've got my images. I got this off Adobe, let's say. I upload my image. Don't even ask what these were, by the way. They're just me having some fun. I upload my image. Stick it in here. Boom. These girls look so happy doing their Pilates yoga. Right. And I'm going to overlay Little text at the bottom. Make that white. P.S. I was like the least arty designy person in the world before I got into business, and then I had to learn how to do it because otherwise I didn't know what the hell I was doing. This is really rough. Like that doesn't really pop all that well, if you ask me. So just principle-wise, this is how you do overlays, okay? But that doesn't stand out as well as I'd probably like design perspective. If you absolutely hate this and suck at it, you could just go pay some graphic designer to do all this for you. Sorry. But you can do decent ones yourself if you're in a hurry, if you don't know what you're doing. Maybe you don't like these like borders, right? Is there a best answer to all of this? Not really. Just have some options, stick them in your ads. And the good thing about Facebook, it tracks everything, right? I could filter this like black and white really quickly. I don't actually like that grayscale. Isn't there a black? I swear there's a black and white in here. Even that actually looks kind of cooler, like a street. So Canva is amazing. Canva's like a massive company for a reason because they create some pretty cool filters. So yeah, you could have this filter, you make it super strong. Oh, look at that, pops. Right, what's that? Number 3. So there you go, download. 3. Hold type, growing my design. And then all we're going to do is stick our new image back into here again, and we're going to create some new variations of the ads. Keeps it fresh. We can keep the lead cost down. And for just getting started with paid advertising, if you can understand a lot of this stuff, you'll be able to do pretty well with just keeping it going. So now I change the image, I go upload. There's the image I just made. Excelente. Ooh, doesn't that look cool? Beautiful, right? So that is the other ways. If you're running ads for a week or two and you're like, cool, they're starting to get expensive, my leads are slowing up, do a little quick change and rock and roll. Canva's awesome. You can use Adobe if you want. Awesome. Look at all the stuff we're going through today. How fun. Awesome. So after that, so if you are getting good lead costs, as I said, this is a possible thing. If you're getting great lead costs, you're making sales, don't worry about changing it. Just keep driving it home. You might even want to ramp up your budget because, again, if we're talking about return on ad spend as a multiplier, if you're making 3 times your money on ads, I would personally rather spend $5K than $500 because you can do the maths on the amount of profits you make if you were to do 5K, not 500. There is no reward for playing small in life, just saying. All right, so we open up. You're set up, ready to go. Make sure you open with some awesome workouts, good music, good energy. You're probably going to do this naturally because you're all excited, but just a quick reminder, like people are trialing, people are coming in going, this is cool, is it for me, it's not for me. You know, is this the place we're looking for? Show them. Duplicate slide, excellent, excellent. A couple of quick things on opening. I'm just going to grab a quick drink of water before my throat dies. Get filming and photoing as much as possible on opening. Probably sounds really obvious, but I didn't do this enough for myself as well because I was like, I'm too busy, I can't afford it, you know, usual crap. Go get a proper videographer in, negotiate a couple $100 for a quick hour or two of filming and get them put together a video, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really worth it, and you can share that on social. Again, take advantage of all the buzz. You're opening now. I would do one more email, one more post about your challenge because, again, we're starting that in week 2 for a reason because you can use the buzz from the first week to get more people into the challenge. Smart. And even though we said originally early bird spots get like the free deal where they get their money back as credit, honestly, just for simplicity and everyone on the same program, I would just do the same for any sign-ups that start on this final week because then you know everyone's on the same program. I would personally just do that. If you want to charge them normally, charge them normally. So you finish the first week, you're starting your challenge in week 2, have a seminar for your challenge. Seminars are really cool. People get together, get to make friends. You seem really awesome. You're talking to a big group of people, builds good community, and you can be very scaled with your time. I typically do mine on a Saturday in terms of my business, my gym. Everyone comes in, we make friends, set people's goals, get them all excited, really cool. Again, I would get a videographer to come in and film this and create a cool video for the challenge for future marketing. Bonus points if you get people to talk to the camera on why they started. Trust me, this will be excellent marketing down the line. Let me actually show you mine really quickly, and I'll be able to do this really quickly because I actually have it as a video here. So let me see if I can find it. because like literally I use this as my ads and it did really well. So check this out. You get a videographer and you have a seminar, you've got 20, 30, 40 people sign up for your challenge. Hey guys, coming on Saturday, we're going to go through the program. A videographer's there, he's filming, and he makes a video like this.
I've done Weight Watchers, I've done fasting diets, feel tired all the time, I work full time, I'm always making excuses up for myself, just things to sneak up on you. I've tried different training styles in the past, like F45 and CrossFit, but I'm here at Body Shapers because I want to lose weight, get fit, get toned. Yeah, focus on good habits instead of bad habits. I've tried other fitness programs in the past and I found it really helpful. I've done really
It's about lifestyle, not yo-yo.
making more of a lifestyle to learn more about nutrition and to eat healthier.
And that is why this 6 weeks is an investment in understanding that stuff really well.
I'm here to lose some weight to challenge myself. I've been at other gyms where I've just done the same thing all the time. I find this is quite different and it's challenging. My goal is just to feel good about myself. I need the motivation of the other people. My goal is to maintain it. So I'm hoping to change all of that.
So cool. I hope you can see that all right. I probably could have full screened it, but close enough. So again, I'm just giving you from experience, take advantage of every opportunity to market, to promote, to make yourself look like the badass that I know you are. I know you're a badass. You have to tell me. So all I did was I literally, like those girls haven't even gone through the program. They just turned up and I was like, can you just say why you're doing it? And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. Like people will do things if you ask. You'd be amazed. And now that's a really cool video. And if someone's watching that and they relate to those people, are they likely to click on my ad and go, I need what you're selling? The correct answer is yes. So how are you going to do this seminar? You're like, that sounds great, Dave. What the hell on earth would I even do? This is what I would do. Number one, if you're doing the free program, you set a criteria like I've talked about previously. You want to be organized. What I mean by that is normally I recommend a criteria of like a weight loss goal. Okay. So we need to set their goal, obviously, and we want to do that on the first day. And you know how to do that. So what I would do is do a starting weigh-in with each person. So if you don't have scales, get some scales. And set a realistic but exciting goal with them. Typically, we go about 5 to 7% of body weight. So if you're 100 kilos, lose 5 to 7. If you're 75, it's about 3.5 to 5. Up to you. That's what I do. I like to make it achievable, but I also don't want people to starve themselves. I just don't think it's the right way to do it. Have a quick chat with each person. So they jump on the scales. Awesome. Jane, you're 82 this morning. Well, I want to set a goal for the first 6 weeks. Just quickly, have you been dieting lately? Oh, yeah, I've been trying to diet for like 12 months. I've only lost 1 kilo. Okay, that person is probably not going to lose a lot of weight in the next 6 weeks. Maybe they bad adherence. Maybe they're whatever. Hey, Jane, you're 82 kilos. Let's take off the first 6 weeks. Tell me a bit about dieting. I've barely ever dieted in my life. I've been eating crap for 5 years. If that person just drops their calories, I bet you they'll lose weight really fast. So if you want to know how to customize it, that's how I customize it based on their history. And that just is about understanding physiology and how people lose weight. Just have a clipboard. Susan Smith, starting weight 85, goal 5 kilos. At the end, you're going to send everyone their goal so they know what it is. Okay, just have a clipboard with you. Nice and easy. Don't overcomplicate it. Take before photos. I didn't do this when I started because I was like, no one wants photos. It's awkward. It's hard. Then you have nothing to market your results from. Take photos. Just make it mandatory. Guys, everyone does photos. No fucking arguments. Find a spot a little bit more private, ideally. If all you got is a phone, great. If you can get a half-decent camera, I invested in a $500 camera, and I've used it for like 2 years. It's awesome. We get good quality before and afters. Trust me, think big. Just go and invest and get the good shit. I have like 50 to 100 good before and after photos. I literally have an entire I have an entire website of just before and afters that I can send people if they're like skeptical. Oh, tell me about your challenge. How much is it? Yeah, it's this much. Oh, that's a lot. That's cool. We get great results. Check this out. You can't argue with that. Cool. So take photos. Help me with nutrition. I'm assuming you promised nutrition like I recommended for a transformation type challenge. If you're just all about training, you didn't, then ignore all of this. All good. Look, a lot of trainers get stuck with nutrition for 3 reasons. One, they don't think we should be giving nutrition advice. I'm just a PT. Okay, lovely. They don't know much about nutrition, which is their own fault. And they don't think they need to. Because again, it's like I'm staying in my own lane or I just want to train people. Okay, cool. Let me address this really quickly. The money you make and the amount of people your business helps is going to be directly proportional to the amount of value you provide. So if you don't want to do nutrition, that's totally cool. But I'm just saying that the studio around the corner that is going to be able to charge more money and attract more people because people want help with their nutrition and they'll deliver a better service. So I would say get out of your own way. You need to learn nutrition if you want to be successful in the industry. You want to deliver the best results. You need to learn nutrition. Yes, we're not meant to give meal plans and all that good jazz. So just give people guidelines. Who cares? Just don't tell people it's a meal plan. It's a guideline. If they want to follow it to a T, Can't stop Susie following your guidelines perfectly. There's guidelines. It doesn't have Susie's name on it. Okay. This is my attitude towards it. And we get great results. And I help people with their diet. That's my attitude toward it. I think you should learn it. I think you need to be more valuable. All you need is to create some simple guidelines, maybe some simple meal ideas for people to follow, easy as. If you're more well-versed in nutrition, you can get people to track calories. If you understand calories really well, set goals with that. We personally do that because I know it really well, but it takes a little bit more effort. Okay, more time, more effort. So I wouldn't recommend you from day one getting people to track calories. Personally, I did try to do it from day one. I tried to get people to track macros from day one. It was a freaking nightmare. I would just stick with simple guidelines and recipe meal ideas and then help people individually however is needed, okay? Hey, because I'm awesome, as a part of this course, I'll give you a sample nutrition guidelines and recipes because I'm too nice and I'll just save you some time and you can just take some white labeled stuff and stick your logo on it because why not? I'll just make your life easy. Cool, I've already got it. I'll give it to my clients. Excellent. 3, get clear on accountability. I'd recommend a weekly weigh-in at least, a weight-in, good English, David. Weekly weigh-in to track results. Get scales in your gym, like I mentioned, clients can use, and I strongly suggest they do it at the same time each week. Otherwise, fluctuations will kill them. I think a weekly check-in with a trainer, just a quick message, is really good too for a cadence of accountability. Really important. So do a little check-in, make sure that they are doing all right. Make sure they know how the workouts run. Again, this is all at your seminar. Do they need a book-in for sessions? How do they do that? What should they expect? How much early before the workout should they come? All of that matters. It just eases people's nerves about starting because a lot of people are scared to go work out a new gym. Trust me, people get really intimidated. All right, that's how you do your seminar. I went through that pretty quickly, but like a lot of things in life, you figure it out as you go. You jump off the cliff, you learn how to fly. Don't worry if it feels a bit, I'm not sure how to do it. Just you'll figure it out. You'll deliver the best service and you'll learn by doing it. Now, the way you actually do the challenge and I would say overall first month of your business will very much dictate how many long-term signups you're getting. Remember, the real money is in the long-term memberships. Do not forget that. The money is not really in the front end. They pay for 6 weeks stuff. I have a very specific upsell process from the back of the challenge that will mean minimal refunds of actually giving anyone money back if you did offer that, and maximum signups. Here's how it works. Meet with them about 3 to 4 weeks to sign them up. Do not wait till the last week. I'm going to say that again. Do not wait till the last week of a program to try on-sell someone because the amount of people that have already made their mind up about something else is staggering and really frustrating. Really frustrating. So you meet with them in weeks 3 to 4. You discuss their long-term goals. You need to help them develop a belief that they need to commit to this long-term. Okay? When you think about sales is a shift in beliefs. If you make them believe that they need whatever it is you're selling, they have no choice but to say yes, if you can get them to believe that. If you don't get them to believe that they need to commit to something long-term, they're not going to feel like they should. So you need to show them it's about a lifestyle, it's about long-term stuff. I don't have all the time in the world to go through it in this training. I'll give you some stuff later. Offer them an early bird special for signing up now for a 12-month membership. Cool. Which means you guarantee credit from their challenge so far. Same theme as when we originally marketed it. People do not move unless there is a reason to move early. Otherwise, they'll want to wait until the very last minute to make any kind of decision. So offer them an early bird special about sign up for 12 months and they guarantee their credit from the challenge. Again, if you're doing it the way I talked about, if there's no credit involved, you need to find another reason for them to sign up now, not at the end. Maybe they get a discount. Maybe they get 3 PT sessions in the first month if they join now. Give them a reason to move now. Do not expect people to make decisions before they have to without a reason because they won't. So those who take the early bird, you sign them up right away and they continue on. Easy peasy. Those who don't, you meet with them again in weeks 5 to 6 and have another crack at it. Second opportunity to go for it. I will just give you, as part of the trainings, a script for this, and I'll share with you a role play video that I filmed that I give to clients I coach on how to do this, and there you go. You'll know how to do the conversation, easy as you like. This is the summarized version, though, just really quickly, so you're not too lost. Hey, Jane, you've done your 6 weeks so far. You pay $6-7 a week, so that's $400, and as we discussed, for sticking to the program, we give you the credit. Does that sound familiar? Yes, it does. Great. So I know that we mentioned just a few minutes ago, for you, it really matters that this becomes a lifestyle and you move into a 12-month membership with us, okay? And you want to see long-term results. So that's what we do, is we do a 12-month time frame. Cool. There are 52 weeks in a year. So what we do is we give you that credit over this next 52 weeks, which equals about $8 per week, 400 divided by 50, bit of maths. Normally, our weekly membership is $59 per week, but with your credit, it comes down to $51 per week because you get that credit. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Awesome. How good is that? So that's if you want to lock it in now and make those long-term changes, blah, blah, blah. That's how you sell people into long-term, nice and easy, using that credit system. If someone's uncertain about signing for 12 months, downsell them to 6. So if you then apply the credit over 6 months, now they save $16 a week. So now your membership's only $43 a week. And that will mean people will feel more comfortable paying it because it's less money. Pretty simple. If they're still no good, go 3 months. If you apply the credit over 3 months, they get something like double that number, $30 credit a week. And they're probably paying like $30, $20 a week membership. So very little amount. If they really won't sign up, offer them the credit for as long as that is worth in training. Example, your membership is $50 a week. Offer them the next 8 weeks of free training. Tell them the worst thing they could do is to stop totally after 6 weeks because just use fear to motivate people. You'll probably gain the weight back. You'll probably lose some of the strength and fitness you've gained and you've worked so hard. How about we just keep it going for the next 8 weeks at least, and you can see where you're at. Last resort, that's what you want to do because you just don't want people walking out the door. Keep them in the door. Good chance they'll stay on. Okay. Obviously, we want them on a 12-month membership. That would be amazing. But this way, it keeps them training on some membership so far. And the longer they're with you in general, the more likely they're going to keep staying past that. Cool. You'll do this a few times. It'll feel funny. You just have to get the hang of the credit, but it'll come very natural. Trust me, just sets and reps like anything in life. And there you go. That is how you absolutely dominate a challenge. I got a few more to come for you. Now, I had one more lesson I wanted to plan. I'll see how I'm going for time. But I'm going to dive straight into lesson 4. This is going to be nice, short, and sharp. Just a bit of long-term stuff I feel obliged to want to share with you about long-term studio growth. Okay, how do you keep things going long-term? I haven't got long, so I'm going to smash it out. Long-term marketing. You want to create 90-day marketing plans so that every 90 days you know exactly what you're doing each week. Otherwise, you're just going to be flying by the seat of your pants. These plans just consider paid promotions, challenges, as well as organic approaches to new clients. Let me give you a quick sample. Okay, Body Shapers Marketing, May, June, July 2019. This is what we did. So if you look on the far left column, challenge launch, we launch challenges pretty regularly. Sometimes every 2 weeks, sometimes every 3 weeks, we launch a new challenge, okay? Because we know that that's how we get a lot of clients, and I like money, so I do that a lot. Now, you don't have to do that quick. I'll talk about a cadence of challenges in a second. Just roll with me for now. So far left challenge column, that's when we're launching a new challenge. I know with my paid marketing when I need to restart my ads by to fill up that next challenge. So if I'm doing a May 20th start challenge, I'm turning my ads on the 8th, and I'm going to market hard for 10 days, and I'm going to be just selling people into the challenge. That's what my paid marketing is doing. Organically, I've got a couple of things there, such as past client messaging, which is something you should do every couple of weeks. Just hit up old clients who have stopped for whatever reason and just see how they're going. 1 in 10 will come back to train and it costs you $0. Prospect reach out means anyone who you've like an old lead, for example, would be a prospect you could reach out to. Maybe someone on Facebook messaged your page like a month ago and it never went anywhere. You can reactivate any like old leads. Anyone's been commenting on things, you could do that as well. Okay, it could also be like email list stuff. Hit up your email list. And then like direct me. I'm going to break these all down. Anyway, map out what you're doing. I'll talk about a spear email in a second. You just want to have this big picture thing of what you're going to be doing when you're going to be doing it. Okay, if you go down to, let's look at June 24th down the bottom. Referral drive, you're going to bring a friend week. That's pretty cool. Let's do that. Okay, so I know I'm going to do that. I'm going to promote it. July 1st, I'm going to do the friend week launch. Okay, so that's what I'm doing that. And I'm also going to promote a seminar I'm going to run in a couple of weeks. And I'll talk to you about seminars in a second. Seminars are different to your challenge. This is a lot to take in. I just want you to understand that it's really important to think in timeframes, like 90 days, to look at each week what you're doing. And then you just know, all right, I open up the week and I've got to either turn my ads on, or I'm going to send out some messages, or I'm going to promote a bring a friend week. There is no perfect, but there is not helpful. And if you're not planning anything, that's not really helping you. Okay, so I'm flying through this. Maybe take a screenshot. Just get the idea that promote things and have this schedule, and also notes. Like in those timeframes, I went to Thailand for a week, and then myself and Steph, who's one of my sales girls, we went to Bali. Actually, went to the same thing, a little personal development workshop. So again, just keep in mind, we're probably not going to want to be hammering ads if 2 of our salespeople are away. That's why you do plans. Some of the methods, the reach outs, I've got like direct messages and prospect reach out, followers, friends, etc. Invite them in. How long does it take you to be like, Jane, I just don't know if you've seen my new studio. It's freaking awesome. We're doing some 3-week trials this week. We've got 3 spots left. Would you be interested? Not very long at all. You can do seminars. You would have seen in my calendar seminars. So a seminar could be in your gym, and you're going to pick a specific topic to attract people in the area. So don't be general. Don't be like how to lose weight. I mean, Jesus, that's not exactly going to be the most thrilling of topics. How to lose weight if you're a shift worker. That's more specific. How to lose baby weight. Getting more specific. How to lose weight without eliminating carbs and your favorite food. More specific again. Okay. So if you're going to do seminars, just make sure they're specific with an outcome. You might run 90 minutes, 2 hours, and at the end offer people a spot in a trial or a challenge. Again, I haven't got the time to go into the exact launch of all that, but just trust me, if you were just to pick a decent topic, do a half-decent talk, and make a half-decent offer, you probably pick up 5 to 10 clients. Bingo. Referrals, okay, bring a friend week is a good one. You can do handwritten cards to your clients. Jane, you've been training so amazing. Thank you so much for being such a positive energy in the gym. P.S. I want to give your friend a chance to try us out as well. Here's a 7-day trial for a friend. You can give it to her whenever you need to. Handwritten cards are really cool. Alrighty, I mentioned before about challenge cadence. I haven't actually written the notes for this yet, so I'm going to do that now with you. I mentioned we run challenges pretty often. Okay, benefits of running them running them regularly, is that you always have a good offer going. Okay, so if you're running a challenge pretty regularly, you can always be talking about, and you can always run ads to it, which is really good. If you run them too regularly, it can be hard to keep up with the clients. So if you ran a challenge every single week, it just gets a headache to try to manage where everyone's up to. Okay, plus ad burnout. Your lead costs will go up a lot. So you don't want to run them too regularly. But too infrequently, you don't have the opportunities to acquire new clients regularly. So if you only run 4 challenges a year, one every 13 weeks, you've only got 4 opportunities to really get a lot of clients. And to actually hit reasonable amount of growth, those challenges are going to need to be huge. And that can be very difficult to service. So if you run a massive challenge and 50 people sign up, have you ever tried coaching 40 new people in a session? It's not much fun. So the other side of finding the right cadence, the other side of finding the right cadence is you can actually deliver the service better because people don't come in such big waves. So we do it about between every 2 to 3 weeks, and we found that's about right. And we take on about 15 to 25 people in every single challenge. So I've found every 2 to 3 weeks, 15, 25, we can manage that pretty well. So it's an important one. You don't want to just rely on these. There's all these other methods I mentioned. The challenges are always going to be a really good one, and you can change the type of challenge. You could talk to mums, you could talk to shift workers, you could talk to a slightly older demographic, talk to younger girls who want to tone up, all that good stuff. Okay, so that's long-term marketing. I'm running out of time on these webinars and with the training and what I plan. So I'm going to tell you one last thing, which is about team building. Okay, as you go down the line, you're going to want to start hiring. So let me just give you a quick crash course in the order of who I would hire. As soon as you can afford it, start hiring trainers, because that's going to take the bulk of your delivery hours down. If you're delivering 35 hours a week of group training, hire someone for 15, and now you've cleared up 15 hours to work on the business, and that's massive. So the first thing I'd be hiring is trainers who are going to help run the sessions for you. Again, I'd love to spend hours and hours talking about how you hire and how you get trainers to take over your classes. It's just a little bit out of the scope of what we're sort of focusing on with this particular course and where we're at, but something that I'm sure down the line I could build or could help out with if it came to that. Second one, I'd hire administrative. As soon as you can stop checking Susie's missed payments and responding to every email that comes in and updating your Facebook stuff, as soon as you can start finding people to do like little things, save you tons of time. Okay, so admin on like payments, admin on pausing memberships, admin on, just checking like basic emails, even some basic payment stuff. Yeah. Thirdly, accountability. So someone who's now looking over everyone who's coming in the gym and keeping them accountable. You're probably doing this naturally when you start because you know who's there and who's not there. As you start to scale up, that becomes much harder. So I'd highly recommend you actually get someone, and they could be a trainer and accountability, but you get someone who can just keep tabs on members. If they don't show up by Wednesday, calls them. Hey, Susie, it's Dave from the gym. I haven't seen the gym this week. What's going on? Oh, I've been so busy, blah, blah, blah. I get it. We're all busy, but I know you want to get back in here. How about you come in tomorrow? Okay, I'm going to be pretty tired in the morning, Susie. Come on. All right, I'll see you in the morning. Catch up. That goes a long way to keeping members happy. Trust me. Finally, you might want to hire someone to help sales load. You're going to be doing sales for a fair while, but as soon as you can, start hiring someone for sales. And again, I don't have the scope to train them all, but it's about giving them good scripts, talking to them about how you do it. And again, it'll just save you tons of time. And the business will finally, once you hire a salesperson, grow without you being there, which is pretty cool. You can actually do other things and the business will still grow while you're out and about. And that is very rewarding. That was a crash course in who to hire, but that's the order I would be hiring in from my experience. Okay. And as soon as you can, as soon as you have the money, start hiring, because the time that you save can be much better used on the business. So that was a crash course in that, because it's kind of all we've got time for on this training. And maybe I'll add a bit more in there if the demand is. I can always add to the course and add to things, I'm sure. So that was a lot of stuff. I'm going to be checking questions. Oh, I didn't get many questions, it looks like. Awesome. So a couple of quick questions. I'm going to stop sharing. I'll just put this back up while I look at the questions. A couple of questions. Jono, hires a contractor or employee? I prefer employee because they're more invested in the business. If you have them as a contractor, it's generally like, I'll come run some sessions, but do I really care about the business? You could get someone a contractor who does care about it. Jim goes, information overload. It's, yeah, whether they're contractor or employee, it's about getting them to care about the business a lot. I know employees who don't care, and I know contractors who do. The main difference, employees, you'll pay them slightly less, but you've got to pay generally sick hours, you've got to pay holiday leave, and you've got to pay super. If they're a contractor, you don't pay that stuff, but you pay them a higher hourly range. So that's the main difference in terms of the payment structure with it. I've always hired employees personally because they're more invested in the business and they'll care about it growing, and there's more you can do it, in my opinion. But I know people who hire them as contractors. It's totally fine. Just get them indoctrinated into why you're doing what you're doing, the vision, and the quality of what you're running. So I think that's really important. Johnny goes, admin, virtual assistant, or in person? It takes a bit of time to explain how to set up a VA, but I actually have a virtual assistant. She takes care of very basic tasks like payments. Like if someone misses a payment, I'm not the one chasing him up. She sends them an email, and I just gave her a template. She does a few other things for me as well. So virtual assistant will save you money, but you just need to spend some time really getting clear on the systems you want. Whereas an in-person admin person will be a little bit more expensive, but they'll probably know what they're doing a little bit easier because they're in person and you can show them. If you have the time, go to Upwork, hire a virtual assistant. You're going to have to spend a few hours videoing yourself doing the tasks you want. Hey, you know, random lady from, I have one from the Philippines. I pay her $5 an hour. That sounds incredible, right? But I have to literally spell out every single thing I want done because she might do it wrong. But once you do, you can get the VA to do things like tagging Facebook group people. You can get them to, again, check missed payments. Just make sure it's really clear what they need to do, and understand they'll probably bugger up once or twice because English is probably their second language for a lot of them. Accountability, trainer or virtual assistant. Again, I go with a trainer in this case because I want it to be more personal. You could get a VA to, this is actually my system in the gym. Our VA makes notes on who hasn't attended, and then our trainers do the accountability because the VA doesn't know the trainers, doesn't know the client, sorry. But I don't want my trainers wasting their time having to go through who hasn't attended this week. So my virtual assistant uses our attendance system on MindBody. She looks at who hasn't been coming and makes notes. And then in a spreadsheet, my trainers just go, hey, Susie, where have you been? So a bit of both. But a VA could definitely send out quick messages or emails to someone if you wanted to. It's just not as personal. So again, we want to do it well. Sales, commission or wage. I do both. I have my salesperson gets paid for a time with sales and gets commissions on top of that. You could go either way, but that's what I do. If you want to find a commissions-only salesperson, you can. But again, they're not going to be that committed to your business generally. Whereas someone who's got a salary, and when they sign up a client, they see them in the gym training, they see them getting results, they're probably going to be more committed to making sales. So that's how I look at it. Both can work just fine. Commissions only is a little bit lower risk, but you've got to find commissions-only salespeople who are willing to do a good job. And generally, people in your business know it really well. Hope that helps. Any other questions, guys, on that or follow-ups? I might do another video on some of those hiring stuff because I went through that super short, super quick. If I need to, I'll make another one, but I don't want to go into it all right now because there was enough information there. As Jim said, it was an info overload. But I wanted to give you as much as possible because you can always watch it again. Jess says thank you. That's great. I'll give you guys last minute. Anything else, let me know. Otherwise, we'll finish up, and I'm going to put all those extra resources that I talked about today. Get all the replays and notes. I'll get it all saved, Jess, and you'll get the, oh, look at that. Clients tell me losing weight. You'll get all the notes and stuff sent to you, Jess, so don't worry. I'll figure it all out. Get it emailed. I will not forget you because you've been too much of a supporter of this live endeavor. So we'll get it to you. Awesome, guys. Thank you for tuning in. And anything else, hit me up via email for notes or any other follow-up questions. Happy to help out as we go. Make sure you guys are smashing it like Jim already is and Jess will be. Everyone starts with J. Jono, Jess, Jim. Guys, have an awesome day. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you around. Bye.